What's up, y'all? It's KingBritneyChanel, you already know, and I'm back with another video. So a lot of y'all enjoyed my Tekashi video that I did. So today's video is going to be about 50 Cent basically questioning Jim Jones' role in Tekashi's current situation, as well as what's going on with Jim Jones' New Jersey home that was up at the auction for $100. They say, well, it sold for $100, they're saying in the reports. Before I get started, definitely make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope y'all enjoy my commentary on this. Y'all know the drill. So before we get started, please hit that notification bell so that you don't miss not a moment of my videos. How are y'all doing, Team Honey? A lot of y'all wanted me to come back on this camera, and you know, I'm here at y'all request. I do be having to get videos out. I be ripping and running, honey, and getting stuff going, but I'm here. So I want to talk to y'all about what is going on with your boy 50 Cent, honey. 50 Cent, as usual. I swear he has like a troll sense of when he needs to come out to troll people, because with, you know, in this whole Tekashi situation, honey, you know, a lot of rappers have been very vocal about how they feel about 6ix9ine. And, you know, 50 Cent is one of those people who has wanted, you know, his opinion to be known. So he has, I guess, spoken on Jim Jones. Now, if y'all have seen or listened to anybody's videos on YouTube, people have broken down that Jim Jones audio. And let me just give my opinion on this audio before we get started. Okay, what was going on over there, darling? Okay, so let me give my opinion of, you know, Jim Jones from what I heard in this audio. Now, shout out to my subscribers before I give my opinion on this, who told me to go and watch Hassan Campbell's video, because he broke it down like from such a good perspective about what was going on in a street type of way. And he made some sense, and it had me thinking, which I already was thinking when it came to Jim Jones, like, why is this dude not doing the things that he needs to do for a middle-aged man? Why are all these middle-aged men, instead of them uplifting the youth in the community and telling people to do, you know, the right thing in life, why is it that you were proud on that audio to say that, oh, he was nothing but a money maker for the group? Or why is it that, you know, he was just so, the word I want to use is vicious, that he just was able to tell those people via the audio to go in, you know, the word he used was violated, or to, you know, super duper violate, or whatever they said on the audio. And it just really was like, wow. So at your middle-aged life, you just so callously were just comfortable with, you know, go make that happen to that dude. Like, and this is a young man we're talking about. You know, he's a young man. I don't think Tekashi is in his middle 20s. So he still has a lot of developing to do himself. And these are what this older generation, the sun is all in my eyes. This is what this older generation that I've been noticing is doing. Instead of them, and this is not everybody, because some of the older generation, they choose to go and make foundations for the youth, after school programs, so that the youth is not getting into trouble. They just do a lot to support the youth. But these dudes, yo, it seems like it's a bunch of middle-aged folks that is jealous of the younger people. And I've seen it in different arenas. I've seen it here on YouTube. But, you know, if you think about the whole James Charles situation, how the lady kind of pretended to take him under her wing only to do what she did to him and tell a whole bold-faced story on that man. And it just was like, really? So you see it, it's like it's like a group of older individuals, and it's not all older individuals, because some, had a good old common sense. They're supportive, nurturing, like how they're supposed to do, and all they want to do is see the youth win because they know that the youth is the future. But these older folks that know that they ought to know better, instead of them uplifting the youth and putting them on the right, track of success, they be hating on them and competing with them. And it was very clear, like, if y'all haven't seen, different people's commentary on this, y'all should go, because Hassan made a good point when he said that they was kind of jealous of Tekashi. And you could kind of hear the jealousy when you listen to the audio of Jim Jones. So 50 Cent, basically, he kind of is leaning toward Hassan's theory, because he's like this. He put on Instagram, and this is via hotnewhiphop.com, honey. 50 Cent questions whether Jim Jones is a FED, honey, informant, and whether he was telling or not, in an Instagram post. This was posted by Noah C, posted September 23, 2019. And it says, the first thing they said, honey, on here, please stay out of this, 50. And they said things did not go great for Jim Jones last week. His name came up in this whole Tekashi 6ix9ine situation when he was, giving his testimonials. And, they claimed that he was a member of, y'all know, the 9 Trey entity or group. And then basically they said Tekashi is being used as a key witness in the group's dealings, and has been spilling all kinds of like information, and he given all the deets on this whole situation, his testimonial. And it says people were also tickled when they heard Tekashi referring to Jim Jones, as a retired rapper. OMG. So you can see right here, y'all, excuse me if my camera is moving. You can see right here, y'all, that if y'all read this article, that they're putting retired in front of the name. So he must have heard, to me, what Jim Jones and the rest of these people that was older than him was saying about him, because honestly, all I see is a bunch of older men that's trying to recaptivate their youth. Or, just relive a time that is over for them. Like, and they could have been salty about it, because my thing is, why are men that's Jim Jones ages not, like I said, getting their stock portfolio done? Why are they not, focusing on, getting their retirement funds together, buying their vacation homes, looking into different investments, taking care of family and that sort of thing? And we could see that he wasn't really focused, or Jim Jones wasn't really focused on a lot of things, because they said that his New Jersey home went into like foreclosure and then sold at an auction for $100. So while you in the street worried about 6ix9ine, you should have been getting the moat out your own eye. I say get the moat out thine own eye. Get thine own house in order before you be out here worried about the youth and somebody else's child, somebody else's son. Okay. So they said, people were also tickled hearing that Tekashi refers to Jim Jones as a retired rapper, despite him still being active and even just releasing an album in May. And honestly, it's like, if y'all didn't see the first video I did where I explained this millennial generation, these people were once relevant at the time, and a lot of these people are legendary of their time, but we're not in that era anymore. And it's hard for a lot of people to realize that we're not in this era. Instead of them getting, technologically savvy and getting on this front page, or, just staying in their lane, they just constantly try to compete with the youth. And it's like, yo, your time has passed. Now you pass the baton to the youth so that they could run the race now. Your time is past. We seeing this. We seeing this with Nicki Minaj, and how, that whole situation went with Cardi B. We've seen this just time and time again. It's like, it's not taking anything away from what you have contributed, but you have to move on to the position. You know how Mufasa had to pass that baton, honey, to Simba in The Lion King, okay? That is what these people are missing, honey. That is what they are missing. Now, if y'all did not hear that audio that I heard was just absolutely disgusting. I was disgusted because, you know, Jim Jones, he is a talented rapper. He does make good music. And I feel like so much potential is there. But I feel like at a certain age, why are we participating in this type of activity once again? I mean, with age is supposed to become maturity, and, you know, you having a growth mindset, and we still in the street. How you gonna help people in the street? But once again, I'm telling you, this is why I liked a lot of points from Hassan's video. If y'all have not seen that video where he break down the whole audio from like a street perspective and what's the real that's going on with this situation, it's a lot of these old heads just hating on this new era that's going on. Like, if you think about it, Tekashi was running around and he was saying, I'm the king of New York, which essentially, if you think about it, in this era he was, because who was doing bigger numbers than Tekashi? Your people could say he whack, they could say all of that. It was only in New York City that they was playing upon that radio, darling, Cardi and him, period. But the difference between him is he was doing a lot of solo type of stuff, indie type of stuff, and Cardi, you know, has a label behind her. That's the only difference. So he was essentially, you know, he had people shooketh. Honestly, like musically, they wasn't shooketh like by him, because he's such a small stature, you know, individual. Tekashi, he is. But if y'all have not heard that audio and heard this, the wild stuff that Jim Jones was saying on there, y'all just go ahead and just type that in on YouTube, and different people will have the audio on there. And they say a phone call was played during, you know, this whole Tekashi situation, in which Jones says Tekashi is not a member no more. He was never a member. They're going to have to violate Shorty, because Shorty is on some other, I guess I'm gonna use other stuff, I'm gonna substitute that. However, Jones later showed the world that he was unfazed by these developments in the case by nonchalantly sharing a video on Instagram of him working out. Like, in so many words, I'm unbothered, honey. So Jim Jones also faced the you know, he's also been in the headlines for this foreclosure and flipped for $100. It flipped basically for $100 in the auction. I'm getting ready to get to that, but let me read to y'all what 50 Cent was saying. Now, Jim Jones is out here in 2019, a middle-aged man, calling himself Jim Jones Capo. And so he says, in case you didn't, we got busy at another hotel. Stay focused. Don't let them sidetrack you from your mission. And then he got some, you know, little hashtag little stuff trying to play like he unbothered. So 50 Cent, as usual, wow, darling. I was getting to the part. I had to, you know, tell y'all what I thought to get to the part, honey. 50 Cent, as the usual, wow, comes in for the win, honey. Like, 50 Cent is like, I mean, he got this internet petty thing on lock, honey. That's all I have to say. 50 Cent comes in and he says, and they say 50 Cent was clearly entertained by Jones being mentioned in this whole Tekashi situation, as all the world's events make up a mere pool of content for 50 to comment on. So on Thursday, 50 posted a meme on Instagram of an anime character running towards the camera with the caption, Jimmy finna do the race. They got his name and all this. Now he trending. So this was up. So they basically was saying that he was going to do, oh snaps. They basically was saying that he was going to do the race, a little TK type of situation. And then 50 Cent said, oh ish. So that's why they ain't pull him in. Say it ain't so, Jimmy. So on here, and they got via the Shade Room, rapper Jim Jones is listed as a FED informant. Let me see. Ooh, honey, it's getting good. It's getting good. Wait a minute now. Woo! In the documents of this whole, they saying he listed as a person that's telling stuff. Now, I don't know how true this is, honey, but it was posted on the Shade Room. From what they got, the little Shade Room logo is on the picture. And it says, in the case against, Tekashi. So they say in the original transcripts that were previously released online, the conversation between individual one, who is Jim Jones, is listed as cooperating with FEDs, them people, in a conversation with Jamel Jones. Y'all know I'm gonna call him MM, but y'all know first name Mel. Y'all know what the last name is of his alias, which would explain why Jim Jones has been able to have such a lengthy, they say he got a background, darling. He got a lengthy track record of things, and he has avoided being whisked away and put into the lockup, darling. That's what they're saying. If you recall, earlier this year, Jim Jones dodged, I guess sometime earlier this year is what they saying. So 50 like, let me find out, Jimmy, that you talking out here. So basically they say apparently Fifth wasn't done poking fun at the Dipset member because he put up another post referencing Jones' potential culpability. He screenshotted a report that claimed Jones was listed as, as an informant in this whole situation, which was cited as the reason why Jones has been able to avoid, as I said, being whisked away off the streets, honey. So, 50's caption for the post that he has since deleted was, "Oh ish, so why they ain't pull him? Say it ain't so, Jimmy. Say it ain't so." So 50's theory is kind of similar to what I had seen in the Hassan video, and that's like, okay, the reason we all thought last year when the transcripts and things was coming out that it was Mr. Jordan or Cafano. Y'all know what his name is. They call him he's the ex-manager of Tekashi. And a lot of people think he like the leader of this whole group or whatever. Who knows. But a lot of people thought it was him. But apparently, from this audio, the reason that they whisked or they went to go pick Tekashi up is because they thought that he was going to be in a serious situation or harm could be done to him due to a order for this so-called super duper, what they calling it, violated stuff going on via that audio. So I just think it's a raggedy just shame that we have individuals that are middle-aged out here. Instead of them, we got them using this boy to make a group money, and then him running around at his Jim Jones at his age talking about he ain't a part of it. He not a member. And if you hear him, the craziness of it all. Like, the dude is like, oh, he talking about TMZ, and you hear this hater stuff. Like, nah, don't go on TMZ. Let such and such handle that. You just hear, like, the just foulness of it all. You hear him just, he can't have security because, in New York, da-da-da-da. Just all this hater type of talk on there. I'm like, yo, like, this is what we do. We make it to 40 from the 30 on up to 50 plus mark. Why are you even concerning yourself with this? If you made it out the street, shouldn't you give back to your community in a positive way? And this is the type of stuff I'm talking about. These same individuals, that's these middle-aged rap men, it's bad for the community, or they ain't faithful to their wives. All the stuff that contributes to, okay, you not being faithful to your wife and all of that causes, harm to the nuclear family structure in the unit. Y'all know how, if you was a single parent or a child that was raised in a single parent household, then how how that hurts to come up like that, and how much harder it is for you. Okay, then not only do they promote that, like lascivious lifestyle. They promote all kind of things that's like harmful to your mental or your body, like the when you go party, people have beverages, adult beverages, drinks and stuff, or just all kind of stuff. And then, they just promote stuff. All of that stuff contributes to people, number one, having to go get they medical looked into from all that partying and all that, all that stuff that you shouldn't be doing. And then two, it's like, it's not uplifting the community. But these same people will get up here and be trying to play like they want to help with legislation and all this other stuff. It's like, I'm tired of it. When I be seeing these folks, I be like, have a seat. These same people, Tekashi is a snitch, but we want justice and unification in our communities. They don't care about the community, folks. If y'all have not realized that by now, this individual, and this is what this let me see, I've been dealing or seeing that some members from the older generation, they be doing everything they can to stop the progression of the youth because they be hating. I be seeing it. Now, this is not everybody, okay? Because there are some older individuals from another generation, and they're very, like, they help. They're very constructive. They give advice, and they're nurturing and loving the way that they're supposed to be. But these folks, you running around here like you 19 years old, talking about he ain't a member and he need to be all this stuff. I was like, yo, like, he's really being reckless on this audio. But y'all, I don't know how he was concerning himself with Tekashi or anything pertaining to Tekashi or anything like that, right? So he was all on that audio talking about what type of money Tekashi wasn't getting to afford security and all of that. But let's talk about this foreclosure of this New Jersey home. So they say Jim Jones loses Jersey home and foreclosure amidst and it says sold for $100 reports. This is on Urban Islands, y'all, and this is on several different sites, because I just read it to y'all on Hot New Hip Hop as well, if y'all want to go look at it there. This is by Alexis Johnson, posted September 23rd, 2019. Jim Jones just added another problem to his list after a hectic news week for the New York rapper. So Jim Jones is usually unproblematic, they say, but all eyes have been on him last week after his name came up in the whole testimonial for Tekashi 6ix9ine. And basically, they go over all of that, and basically they played that recording of him and Mel and all that other stuff. They go over all of that, okay? We just talked about that. If he wasn't having enough issues to deal with, it was reported Monday that Jim Jones's New Jersey home was foreclosed on and sold for a mere $100, according to Hot New Hip Hop. Oh, yeah, there it go. Jim Jones action was taken against him by the U.S. National Bank Association in 2017 for, not making, I guess, the mortgage payments on the home for over a 7-year period. And I was talking to my peoples from up north, from up, New York and all of that, and in that Jersey area. They were saying it's hard for them folks to get put out their houses up there. You don't pay in the South, honey. And they coming with the with La Policia in a couple of days, honey, and you will be up out of there. They don't play that out here with all that. So I don't know how he was 7 years, you ain't make no payments, but you got time to be worried about Tekashi or anybody. You need to be focused on your money situation. And then too, my thing is, what I seen somebody saying online in some comments If you was making this, I'm sure at a certain point in time that Jim Jones, when he was on and he was it, you know, the man of his city or whatever, I'm sure he was making a decent amount of money at a certain point. Why would you not buy your home so all that you had to do was pay was the property taxes? This is what I'm talking about. These same middle-aged rappers in the communities, entrepreneurship ain't pushed, honey. The false appearance of wealth is pushed, but actual prosperity and generational wealth, honey, that stuff is not pushed. I'm telling you, I done seen this man in designer and all kind of fly stuff. And that's that, to me, I done seen that out the New York City, boo-boo. They be fresh all the way from head to toe. But they don't really have the this is not everybody, but I've seen it. Like, when it comes to actual wealth, they got all the latest sneakers. They got all the latest clothes, Hermes this, Gucci this, all that. But when it comes to financial literacy and actually creating generational wealth, honey, I ain't seen it, you know, coming from out the hood. Now, I don't understand why you was, you know, this is the same thing I say about K. Why, you know, these people be making the type of money that they be making and not paying for their home and making sure that their home front is straight. But you got time to be out here talking about Tekashi. Now, they say that the member, the Dipset member, you know, they claim that he owed, or, you know, this is what they're alleging, that he owed $1.2 million, even though the house was valued at $680,000. Which $680,000, that's not a huge number that's, you know, hard for you to obtain. Okay, that's not. Now, I could see if they said it was 2.2 million and all of that, but it's just like, why? I'm sure that when he was on and things was it, I'm sure he could have been making those type of funds at a certain point where he could have paid that, you know, some cash money type of stuff. So they said Jim reached a settlement with the bank last year, but failed to keep up his end of the deal, and the account went back into default. The home has been sold back in a sheriff's sale for just $100. That's crazy. It isn't the best news for Jim, but may be the least of his problems after audio leaked of, y'all know, the phone call with Mel, in which he suggests that someone needs to, you know, I mentioned that to y'all earlier, you know, due to Tekashi basically saying that he wasn't a part of that. But how you mad at him for saying that he's not a part of that, and then all of y'all been on audio and different stuff saying that he never was a part of that? He just was making money for the group. So I don't understand how these people expected this young man to be loyal to them. And this is clearly the way that these people was talking on this audio proves the disloyalty of it all, darling. So basically, they say later it was reported that Jim himself may have been an informant in a situation that puts somebody named Alir Maya, or whoever that is, and somebody named Harv and Tekashi on the stand. So they saying that he could have potentially been responsible, or the reason why this whole situation involving Tekashi got to the way that it got. I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and I hope y'all, you know, enjoy my thoughts on this. I definitely will be back soon. Excuse me. I definitely will be back soon with more videos. I hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all soon. Definitely make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have time, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring merch and, you know, the latest videos on my channel. See y'all soon, y'all. Come shop with me now at my Teespring store, KingBritneyChanel Couture. I provide custom apparel and so much more for an affordable price. We have items like leggings, t-shirts, and hoodies. So thank you for shopping, and I hope that you enjoy. Hey honeys, thank you for watching my video, and if you haven't, definitely make sure you check out my Teespring, KingBritneyChanel Couture, where you can find my latest merch. I upload a lot of new designs frequently, so definitely make sure you check it out. We have mugs, we have wall tapestries, canvas art, pillows, fleece blankets, apparel, and so much more. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all on my next video.